Are you tired of dealing with people who leave you feeling confused, manipulated, and uncertain? Do you feel like you're walking on eggshells around them, never knowing what is real and what is not? If so, you are not alone. Many of us encounter individuals whose actions and behavior cause us harm, leaving us drained and questioning our reality. This video will uncover the 5 dark traits of personality that may indicate you are dealing with an evil person. These traits are not just bad habits or quirks, they are deep-seated patterns of behavior that can cause significant harm to you and others. To help us understand these traits, we will explore them through the lens of ancient philosophy, drawing wisdom from Stoic thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and others who have studied human nature for centuries. By understanding these traits, you will be better equipped to recognize toxic individuals in your life and protect yourself from their harm. 1. Charm and charisma as deception, peeling back the mask of evil. When we think of charm and charisma, we often associate these qualities with likability and positivity. However, not everyone who exudes charm has good intentions. Some people use charm as a tool to manipulate and deceive others. Imagine meeting someone new who is absolutely magnetic. They have that sparkle in their eye, a way of making you feel like the most important person in the room. They're funny, engaging, and seem genuinely interested in your life. It's easy to get swept up in their charm, thinking you found a real gem of a person. But the Stoics, those wise philosophers from ancient times, taught us to look beyond the surface and seek the truth through reason and observation. They knew that appearances can be deceiving and that sometimes the most charming people can also be the most dangerous. The Stoic lens, seeing through the illusion. The Stoics were not about getting caught up in the hype, they were all about keeping it real, using their powers of observation and rational thought to see through deception. One of the key Stoic principles is apatheia, which is about staying cool, calm, and collected no matter what life throws your way. It's like having an emotional shield that protects you from getting swept up in the drama. When you practice apatheia, you're less likely to be blinded by someone's charm and more likely to see their true colors. For example, consider a situation where you meet a super charismatic person at a party. They're telling jokes, making everyone laugh, and you're totally drawn in. But as the night goes on, you notice something is off. They interrupt you, talk over you, and always manage to steer the conversation back to themselves. It's like they're the main character in their own movie, and everyone else is just an extra. Red flags, when charm turns sour. This is where those Stoic alarm bells should start ringing. It's not just about them being a bit self-centered, it's about them lacking genuine interest in others. A truly kind and compassionate person wants to hear your stories, your thoughts, your dreams. They don't just use you as a sounding board for their own ego. Another red flag is how they react when things don't go their way. Do they throw a tantrum, get passive-aggressive, or try to manipulate the situation to regain control? These are not the actions of a person who is truly secure and confident. The Stoics would say these are signs of a weak character, someone who is easily thrown off balance when they don't get what they want. 2. Lack of empathy, the heartless hallmark of evil. Empathy is the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes, to feel what they're feeling, and to understand where they're coming from. It's like having a superpower that lets you connect with others on a deeper level. But here's the thing, not everyone has this superpower. In fact, some people seem completely devoid of empathy. They just don't care about how their actions or words affect others, and that's a major red flag. It's like a neon sign flashing, danger, evil person ahead. The Stoic take on compassion and connection. The Stoics believed that compassion and understanding were key ingredients in the recipe for a good life. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, often talked about how we're all connected, like threads in a giant cosmic tapestry. He believed that caring for others was not just a nice thing to do but an essential part of our own well-being. So when we encounter someone who seems to have a heart of stone, who shows zero concern for the feelings of others, it's a big deal. It's like they're missing a fundamental piece of what it means to be human. Real-life examples, when empathy goes missing. Imagine you're going through a tough time and you confide in a friend, hoping for a shoulder to cry on or a listening ear. But instead of offering comfort or support, they brush you off, change the subject, or even make fun of you for being vulnerable. That's a serious lack of empathy right there. Or think about a boss who treats their employees like robots, demanding long hours and impossible deadlines without ever showing appreciation for their hard work. They might even publicly humiliate employees for minor mistakes, creating a toxic work environment where everyone feels stressed and undervalued. This kind of behavior is not just bad management, it's a sign of a leader who lacks basic human decency. The ripple effect, how lack of empathy harms us all. The Stoics would say that a lack of empathy is not just a personal flaw, it's a societal problem. When people don't care about how their actions affect others, it creates a ripple effect of negativity, leading to broken relationships, toxic workplaces, and even violence. Think about online trolls who spew hate without a second thought about the pain they're causing, or bullies who torment their classmates, leaving them feeling worthless and alone. These are not just isolated incidents, they're part of a larger pattern of behavior that stems from a lack of empathy. Point 3. Manipulation, the puppet master's playbook. Manipulation is another dark trait that can cause significant harm. Manipulators try to control or influence others in a way that benefits them, often at the expense of those they are manipulating. It's like they're trying to pull your strings, making you dance to their tune. The Stoic stance, clarity, freedom, and virtue. The Stoics were big on clarity of thought, believing that we should see the world as it really is, not how we want it to be or how someone else wants us to see it. They taught that we should be masters of our own minds, not puppets controlled by the manipulations of others. One of the key Stoic principles is prohairesis, which refers to our ability to make choices. The Stoics believe that we have the power to choose how we respond to external events, even when those events are unpleasant or challenging. This means that even when someone tries to manipulate us, we have the power to resist their influence and make our own decisions. Manipulation unveiled, the sneaky tactics. Manipulation isn't always obvious. Manipulators are often skilled at disguising their tactics, making it seem like they're acting in your best interest. But underneath the surface, they're pulling strings, trying to get you to do what they want. One common tactic is gaslighting, where someone tries to make you doubt your own sanity or perception of reality. They might deny things that you know happened or twist your words to make you feel like you're the one who's wrong. It's like they're trying to rewrite history to fit their own narrative. Real-world manipulation, spotting the signs. Have you ever had a friend who always seems to need your help but is never there for you in return? Or a partner who constantly criticizes you, making you feel like you're not good enough? These are all classic signs of manipulation. But manipulation isn't just limited to personal relationships, it can also happen in the workplace. Think about a boss who takes credit for your ideas or a coworker who throws you under the bus to make themselves look better. These people are using manipulation to get ahead, even if it means stepping on others to do it. 4. Controlling behavior, the iron grip of evil. Controlling behavior is another toxic trait that can be incredibly damaging. This isn't just about someone having strong preferences or being a bit particular, it's about a deep-seated need to dominate and control every aspect of your life, leaving you feeling suffocated and powerless. The Stoic perspective, freedom, autonomy, and self-mastery. The Stoics were big on personal freedom, believing that we should strive to be masters of our own destiny, not puppets controlled by the whims of others. They taught that we have the power to choose our own path, make our own decisions, and live our lives according to our own values. One of the core Stoic principles is eudaimonia, which means living in accordance with our own nature and not being overly reliant on external things or other people. The many faces of control, recognizing the signs. Controlling behavior can show up in many different ways, some more obvious than others. It can be subtle, like a friend who always insists on choosing where you go and what you do, or a partner who constantly criticizes your appearance or choices. It can also be more overt, like a parent who monitors your every move, a boss who micromanages your work, or a spouse who isolates you from your friends and family. Real-world examples: control freaks in action. Imagine you're in a relationship where your partner constantly checks your phone, questions your whereabouts, and gets jealous when you spend time with your friends. They might say they're just being protective, but in reality, they're trying to control you, making you feel like you can't make your own decisions or live your own life. Or think about a boss who never trusts you to do your job, constantly looking over your shoulder and second-guessing your every move. They might say they're just being thorough, but in reality, they're trying to control you, making you feel like you're not capable or competent enough to do your job on your own. We learn in this video. Using Stoic wisdom to navigate the dark traits. Dealing with toxic individuals is challenging, but by recognizing the dark traits of personality, charm used as deception, lack of empathy, manipulation, and controlling behavior, we can protect ourselves from harm. Stoic philosophy teaches us to look beyond the surface, stay true to our values, and maintain our autonomy, no matter what challenges we face. By applying these timeless principles to our modern lives, we can cultivate the strength and wisdom needed to navigate toxic relationships and protect our well-being.